Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Dragonlands and Fae. As you can see today is a legendary and mythic hero banner. Going from left to right, we have Amity, Orzelia, and Arthas, each from different games. Let's get on to their stats and such, shall we? Starting with our legendary unit, Unifier of Dravalia, Amity. She is a red beast armored unit. Her weapon, Unification Claw. Accelerate special trigger. Start of turn, if unit is within 3 spaces of an ally from the same title as the unit, grants no follow-up and +1 movement to unit for 1 turn. As well as, unit can move to a space adjacent to an ally from the same title as the unit within 2 spaces of unit. Right there off the bat, as you can see, she is very strong near those she is familiar with. And then during combat, if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally or foe initiates combat, inflicts attack defense -6 on foe and neutralizes unit's penalties and foe's bonuses during combat. So that's one of the few things she's able to do without her allies. And during combat, if unit is within 2 spaces of an ally from the same title as unit, grants all stats +X to unit. And if foe can make a follow-up attack, reduces damage from foe's first attack by 50% and foe's second attack onward by 30%. And then X is 4 times the number of allies from the same title as unit within 2 spaces of unit with a max of 12. Pretty good weapon so far. She pretty much gets the bulk of it if she is near an ally from Dragonlands Verge. Yeah, move on to her legendary skill, Unifier's Rally. At start of turn, if unit is not adjacent to any ally or unit is only adjacent to allies from the same titles as unit transforms. Pretty much. She gets typically when beast armors. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, beast armor effect is there. I just didn't type it out. Pretty much, she'll get the typical. If she's solo next to a beast, she'll transform. But also with her beast skill, she'll transform if she's only next to Dragonlands the Verge people. So, for example, if she is next to, let's say, Spring Luca, she will still transform. She also gets Defense +6 in Treachery to her and allies from the same titles as the unit for 1 turn. And then if foe initiates combat or unit is in 3 spaces of an ally from the same title as unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack, and if unit's attack is greater than foe's attack, neutralizes foe's non-special skills that reduces damage by X% during combat. So right there you can see pretty much a lot of this. She's going to be very reliant on those allies around her, as they are her strength. Without them, she gets attack defense -6, no penalty, no bonus, and then just the last part of her beast skill, which not too bad, but she's still missing out on a lot that makes her good. As well as after combat, restores 7 HP to unit and set allies. Yeah, let's get into her voice lines, shall we?
Dravalia fell into total chaos after she died. If only someone could have predicted it. Who would have thought I'd become leader of an alliance? If you'd told me this back in my academy days, I'd never believe you. It's nice to see Luca, Peony, and Grotto being nice to each other again. Especially now that we are all high leaders. Gosh, never imagined I'd have so much responsibility. I hope I can keep up with all of this. Hopefully this new alliance thing can keep Dravalia in one piece for a good long while. Yes, I'm moving in. I'll give it my all. This fight is over. I won't give up now. I have to stop you. I've got this. What of Dravalia now?
Up next, from Moonglow, we have our Mythic, young goddess Orzelia. She is kind of a Sothis character. She appears in the player's head as they enter Ecolaria and assists them through their journey. She is a blue dragon cavalry unit. Her weapon, Genesis Breath, 16 light, 1 range, enables Canto Rem +1, grants speed +3. At start of turn, if unit is not adjacent to an ally and unit's HP is greater than 25%, grants no follow-up and +1 movement to unit for 1 turn. If unit initiates combat or foe's HP is greater than 75%, alright, give me a second to breathe. grants all stats +5, and grants special cooldown count -1 to unit before unit's first attack, and inflicts special cooldown count +1 on foe before foe's first attack during combat. Pretty much, it's kind of Brave Tiki's effect. And then during combat, if unit or foe move 2 or more spaces, reduces damage from foe's first attack by 25% of unit speed minus foe speed, and inflicts penalty to foe's attack speed rise equals 4 plus total number of spaces moved by unit or foe times 2. And after combat, unit attack for 7 HP to unit and dragon or beast allies. It's pretty much just kind of like a merger of Brave Tiki and Brave Salad with the special messing and then the movement-based bonuses. Yeah. Pretty much, she's a very player phase unit, and then she can enemy phase if need be. She has Speed Res Clash, Jump Rally, Speed Dusty Res, and then also Guard Smoke 3, which I'm honestly surprised is not in the game yet. And then onto our Mythic skill, Ophora Beam. 3 special cooldown. Treats foe's Death Res is reduced by 75%, and if foe doesn't use Dragon or Beast damage, boosts damage by 20% of foe's attack. So this is definitely a devastating special, as well as after combat, if unit triggered special, restores 10 HP to unit and all allies. Kind of like a reverse Ruptured Sky, where instead of if the foe is a Dragon or Beast, it's if the foe is not a Dragon or Beast, and it boosts off of foe's attack. Yeah. Let's move on to our voice lines, shall we?
I don't remember anything before they arrived in Ecolaria. I've always found that peculiar. I don't know much about my powers, but I think I may be sort of a time god. Come on! I don't have time to be messing around 24/7. I got stuff to do, you know? That Norin. I swear I've heard her voice before. But where? From what I can tell, I was asleep for a very, very long time. I wonder what my life was like before that, and how I fell into such a deep sleep in the first place. I got it. Give me a second. There they are. Out of my way! So annoying! The power of a god! My turn! I never got to learn who I am.
Up last, we have our Ascended Hero from Ragnarok's Return, Freedom Chosen Arthas. He was the leader, he was the chosen of the Valor, a common enemy group we see among the series. And he had defected into the good guy's side. And he is a blue tone cavalry unit. His weapon, Liberating Bolt. 14 might 2 range, grants defense +3. If unit initiates combat or unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, inflicts attacking res -6 on foe, and unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. Right there, very solid multi-phase unit. And then during combat, if foe can make a follow-up attack, reduces damage from foe's first attack by 75% and boosts unit's next attack by 50% of total damage reduced. Right there, that right there does orient him more toward player phase, but it is still possible to tank a first hit and then kill him on retaliation. And then during combat, the unit has bonus or foe has penalty, grants all stats +X to unit, and inflicts all stats -Y on foe during combat. And of course, for him, it's X. It's his 4 plus bonus on each, pretty much 4 plus bonus doubler, and then for the foe, it's 4 plus penalty doubler, which goes really well with attack and res bonus. And yeah, he's a very tanky cavalry unit, and his weapon makes up for his low speed. I'd say he'd be I wouldn't say he'd overtake the meta, but he'd be pretty good, like, if you built him up, like Gerald from the Brave Banner. Yeah, let's move on to his voice line to finish up the video.
The Chosen are trained from a young age to one day defeat their predecessor in combat. If only I had found myself sooner. Ever since I defected from the Valor, have dedicated myself to the studies under Alfric. I hope this can open up more opportunities for me in the future. If only the others could have seen the light as I had. Sometimes I wish we could still be together like the old days. Ah, Summoner. I was just on my way to the gardens to enjoy some tea along the birds. Care to join me? Working alongside those who were at one time my enemy can at times be unnerving. Sometimes it's hard to tell who has and who has not forgiven me for my past. Onward. As you command. I'll end them. Wrong move! A weak spot! I have you now! In Zephalia's honor. At least I can die free.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do your little dance, and we'll see you all on the next one where hearts flourish. Bye-bye.